So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is a very special night. We only get to do this 4 times a year here at the Land of Legends Raceway, and that's to induct somebody onto our Wall of Fame. You can see all of the legends that are on this wall. They've all made major contributions to racing here in Canandaigua. And tonight, our 17th inductee onto the wall and has amassed 17 big block modified wins in his career here at the Ontario County Clay Oval. The Rudolph family's racing history spans across 6 decades, as his father Jim started the success in the 60s with 2 hobby stock championships at Ransomville. Later on down the line, the family would make a move to the Long Island area, where Charlie raced a lot on the asphalt and asphalt modifieds before the family moved back to their permanent roots in Ransomville in 1967. And as we know, that is home to the Rudolph family now. He grew up in the sport of racing, had many athletic interests, but what served Charlie both in and out of the classroom was his academic excellence. He attended and graduated and with an engineering degree from the Rochester Institute of Technology and started his driving career as a sophomore at RIT. He found success early, winning on the pavement at Lancaster, while also competing at Spencer, Oswego, Shangri-La, Martinsville, and Pocono. In 1980, though, it was time to start his career on the dirt. He later ended his career on asphalt, again winning titles at Lancaster in 91 and 1993. But Chargin Charlie raced his way to the Ransomville title in 1982 and that special year 1986. They also made the 3-day swing, as so many drivers did, racing at Ransomville, where he has 19 wins, Canandaigua, where he has 17, and Weedsport, where he has 5 wins. In 1986, everything came together. He picked up track titles at Ransomville, Rolling Wheels, and Weedsport. All of that added up to the Mr. Dirt Championship. And before we get any further, we'd like to bring the man of the hour here. Folks, how about a nice hand for Charlie Rudolph?
Thank you.
Charlie, I have had so many notes passed along about your racing career and all of the accomplishments. The one thing that I thought was cool that I wanted to ask about tonight was that 1986 year, you win the Mr. Dirt title, and until Gary Spade and Tom Skavinsky had let me know, I did not realize that was a Rudolph chassis that you did that with.
Yeah, up until would have been 86, we built all our dirt cars and our asphalt modifieds. And my dad actually had a chassis business that we built cars for many guys, Don McGinnis, you can name a bunch of them.
Was that tough back then? Because the R&D was you behind the wheel. A lot of those manufacturers, they had so many drivers that could offer notes, but it was just you and your team.
Well, actually, back then, a lot of guys built their own cars. Bicknell was just starting out. Troyer built a few, but really, a lot of guys built their own cars. So it wasn't as bad as you would think, not being able to share information with a lot of different drivers.
What was did you have a favorite back then? Because you found success on both pavement and dirt. Was there one that kind of tipped the scales a little bit more for you?
Yeah, I really liked asphalt racing as far as the driver goes, and my favorite track was Oswego.
Yeah. What was it that you loved about running there?
It was fast, and asphalt, as far as the technical part of the cars were, at that time, were superior to the dirt. The dirt driver has a lot more to do with it than on an asphalt car. An asphalt car, you got to be technical, and the car's got to be set up perfectly, and that's really what I enjoy.
How about now? We know you're the head wrench on the 25 car. Eric has had success of his own. How does that stack up in terms of the success you've had and now seeing Eric do the same?
Well, actually, my preference is setting the cars up and working on the cars rather than driving, so it's just a pleasure to have him driving.
Yeah. Tell me, tonight, going up on the Wall of Fame, so much history here at Canandaigua. What does it mean to you to be added to that list?
Well, it's an honor. Paul's done an excellent job here at Canandaigua, and it's an honor to see the other drivers that are up here and the crew members. It's a great feeling.
Very good. Well, without further ado, I'm going to have Paul come over, and we'll have both of you guys pull that T-shirt down. And if you're watching here at the track, how about a nice hand? The 17th member of the Land of Legends Wall of Fame. Paul, any words?
Well, Charlie's one of those guys that really transcends the sport over time. You know, racing has a lot of big names. The first things you think of, like in Indy racing is like Mario Andretti and AJ Foyt. For years, I heard Charlie Rudolph. Everywhere I went, Charlie Rudolph, Charlie Rudolph, Charlie Rudolph. You still hear it today. That's the important part about racing here at Land of Legends and across the Western New York region. It's about making heroes out of our drivers. And this gentleman did a lot to inspire young boys and young women everywhere to become big fans of racing and race car drivers in their own right. And we can't thank you enough for not only your personal successes, but what that transcends to the sport. And we're to you on the Hall of Fame.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, we're going to let Charlie and his crew and family take some photos here. If you're watching on Land of Legends TV and Dirt Vision, stay tuned. Opening ceremonies are next.
There.
Thank you.
Stand over.